Is it actually live? Are we live? Live chat. I'm going to plug my phone in here, folks. And are we doing vertical? Or are we doing orientation of log, rotate device back? Okay. Yeah, let's go this way. One person. Okay, live chat. It's been a while since we've done this. This is the Shrine of Chaos, continued from whenever it was we did this last, which was a long time ago. Let's face it, it was a while. It's been a while. Years? A year? More than a year? A couple years? Too long. It's been too long since we've had a Shrine of Chaos. That's Warpig. Welcome to the Shrine of Chaos, which happens to be here in my home in the Zen Zone. Late night workout session, James Green. Excellent. Love hearing that stuff. That's really cool. Dave, I'm nearly done painting my 30k World Eaters army. Yes! Alan Cotton Chaos. That's exactly what's going to happen right now. Are you ready for it? This is informed consent. Just so you know, it's about to go there. Good evening, Raymond Strange. It is a very good evening, isn't it? Hello, Ghost. I like seeing you here, even though your name is Ghost. And it's late at night. My arm didn't just get goosebumps. That's not what just. A classless bard, yo, building Sigmar dragons, and was looking for the thing to watch. Good timing. Yes, it is good timing. Thank you for joining. Pale Warpig, well, I guess sleep is out of the question tonight. Well, if you don't want to, miss out on the fun, then I would suggest you don't go to sleep tonight. Because we might be going to some places, folks. Might be going to some places. Well, first off, just to share some stuff, okay? A little bit. Good morning again, Dave, the Sigmarite painter. Well, good morning, Sigmarite painter. See this. This is a thing. um, yeah. Kids, chaos, painting a lot now. So much. So, I gotta say, it's been like many years since I've been since I've hobbied. Uh, I've missed it. I've missed it big time. I just didn't engage in the hobby in a hobby way. It was, oh, I got to get this army painted quickly to get it done in time for this series to come out because this is the release date of this game, and took the enjoyment out of the hobby. So I didn't do it for a long time, and I wanted to change that. So nope, that's a lie. I didn't want to change that. It was fine. For years, it was fine. It didn't bother me. I loved seeing things that other people were doing. I'd see cool conversions. I'd see paint jobs. I'd see all this stuff. I get super stoked about seeing other people's paint jobs and things that they were doing. Still does to this day, right? It's like instant generation of dopamine. That's like pff, awesome conversion, especially like corn conversions. Anything that's Karn related or corn related or any sort of skulls that are piled up on a base, it doesn't matter. It just does it every time. It just. And then there's other stuff too, like grim dark conversions and you name it, that sort of thing. I love seeing that stuff. So where was I even going with this? What was I talking about? Can't quite remember, but I guess it doesn't have to really matter. Anyway, um, chaos. Okay, been staring at my demon prince, thinking, should I paint it now? And then you pop on live. Great heretic minds think alike. Alex McCarthy. Well, if you are thinking that you're looking into a heretic mind, the problem is you were thinking, you were looking to begin with. There is no looking, there is no thinking. All of this is an illusion. It's just all part of the grand simulation. I am not, you are not. This is not. Okay, next comment. Yeah, so kids painted Alpha Legion. Yeah, model. I I want to share. So you know what? Like when you go to a gaming club, or you just have buddies over and you're kind of sharing projects next and back and forth. I don't frequent the Wargaming Bunker hobby store, hobby club, um, in a way in which I am sharing my hobby because my hobby's at home. My hobby isn't at the club. So this is my version. I guess what I'm trying to say is this is my version of sharing what's going on in my hobby right now. So, I mean, if you guys are cool to hang out for a bit, I'd love to hang out with you guys and do that with you. Completely spontaneous, impromptu um, hangout. Completely not planned, not for any particular reason. I just kind of felt like it, because extrovert, dopamine, social interaction, like it's all a part of it. It's a real thing. It's a real deal that just is it's constant. Kind of don't want to turn it off. Don't try to turn it off. It just doesn't turn off. It's all the time. Okay, so what are your thoughts about the Tyranids? Okay, you gotta go ahead and throw that in there. My thoughts are is that they're bugs that need to be squished with every piece of chaotic plastic I own. So that's my thought on the Tyranid. That's you got the pure, honest, unadulterated truth right there. Did you see the 10th edition preview of World Eaters? Okay, I'll tell you what. This is how I'm going to answer this. World Eaters, 10th edition. They will be a thing that will be enjoyed in 10th edition. I that's something that I by the way, time is an illusion. Okay. So if I say I will play World Eaters, well that's the same as saying I play World Eaters. But it's already happened in my mind. It's there. That's my answer to that. That I see I see it's already been seen. Everything is seen before it comes out because it's World Eaters all the time. That's every breath of every cell in the flesh suit. You're talking about World Eaters. So can't say that too loud. Wake up the other awarenesses that are inhabiting the flesh suits upstairs. So can't be too loud. Okay. Anyway. Um, You know what needs to happen, right? Dave, you need to get the grudge match with Matt going on again. Alan Cotton, why would you suggest the grudge match between Matt and myself? Um, I have allowed myself to look like a moron who knows nothing because it is factually correct. I don't know anything. I especially see this fact when I play games against Matt. He wins. He knows the mechanisms of the games better than uh, extremely well. He knows that he is a gamer. He is a uh, you he this is a David and Goliath situation existed better. I know not of this is one of those situations where why would you want to see this? Were we not friends? You want to see your friend go through pain. I don't know why you tether your dopamine to that. We need to have a conversation about this. That's how I feel about playing against Matt in the 10th. It's scary. Okay? Do you want this to happen? And if so, why? Look at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself why you would want your friend to walk into certain death. That's what's happening. Yeah, there's no repression of anything right now happening. No, that's definitely not a thing. Okay, next comment. Let's continue. Are you guys okay with the hey, you guys are watching. That's it. That's where it's going. Classless Bard. Yeah, crush the nerds for the Emperor. He probably wrote it himself. At, well, that's a very, very good compliment. Thank you very much for saying that. If it thinketh, I means what it thinketh. I don't know. I could be misinterpreting. I mean, I'm waiting for Blood Angel Dave to make a comeback. Demon Ace. Wow, that's like 7th edition. That's when I played a lot of Warhammer on the channel. Wow, 7th edition. Yeah, Blood Angels. Even before that, 6th edition, 5th edition. Uh, yeah, I remember at the time I wanted to collect a second army, so I collected Blood Angels, and it was great. I painted them up. I got a bunch of Assault Marines. Painted the red armor and yellow helmets. Some of them had like the beaky helmets. Thought that was fun. I painted them up and like I've never been a great painter, and at the time I was embarrassed to kind of show like crappy paint jobs, right? So I just kind of like out of necessity showed the army that I painted, but it worked because it was my army that I painted. So I enjoyed playing with it and playing games with it. Uh, I kind of developed this love for another side of Warhammer, meaning the other side to the chaos, because of course it's chaos first every time, like why would it not be? But playing with Blood Angels, I mean, that's a different story. That's playing with Space Marines, right? Like what are you doing, Dave? Why are you playing with non-chaos? That's the answer is Blood Angels, because when you look into the lore, technically it was Khorne that wanted Blood Angels first. It kind of makes sense, right? Like blood for the blood god, like it did, but it didn't happen that way. So second options. Agron, poor kid. He's picked second again for baseball. Um, oh yeah, I was talking about a converted Agron that I had downstairs. I was contemplating getting it and showing it, but I'm looking at comments, and if I see those pop up, then I'll go do that. It's going to share some hobby projects as well, but I get distracted kind of easily. What's Who just super chatted? Carl Boyd? What? Okay. Wow. Hey, Dave. Is this late night hobby hangout for the greater good? Love the work you're doing. Have a great day and see you in September. Wow, Carl. Thank you for that. I mean, wow. Uh, Completely speechless. Thank you for that. Not expected whatsoever. Um, that's not why. Dang it! When the chaos flows, it goes where it goes. Thank you, Carl Boyd. That got me right in the feels. That was a mortal wound. that completely bypassed any armor, and it just completely upgraded this day to an even higher level. Thank you for that. In a very, very real way, you you guys, you all, the wargaming community saved my life. So comments like that, it's an automatic emotional checkmate every time. Every time uh it just gets me right in the heart every time. Uh I think the most appropriate response here is just the immense gratitude that I feel. So thank you, Carl Boyd, for that comment and for using your voice in the sea of noise that is existence. So thank you for that. When you use your voice, things happen. That just happened. All right, next comment. That was, oh, wow, completely slayed me. That's where it is, man. That's where it evolved into. Uh, okay, the Sigmar Painter. They can't pass making chaos rules at chaos without asking. That's definitely a reality that I exist in, and yeah, there's no rules that any rule it's eight. That how far does that move? It has oh keyword corn. Yeah, it moves eight. Okay, that's a rule. Okay, yeah, yeah. That's that would be amazing if that were a thing. That'd be so much fun. This time the nids are ripe for the crumping. I love comments like that. What's up, gents? Vicious. Hi. Well, you did a good job playing at the greatest T-shirt shop on YouTube channel. Play on tabletop. Says Demon Ace. Yes, this is correct. Best T-shirts on the planet. They didn't make this one. This one's old, but you know they can send me a new one anytime they want to. I would accept it. Let's just send them a message. Let's say, you know what? Okay, this would be fun. I don't know what their email. Probably like play on, or it's probably like Nick at playontabletop.com because it's probably Gaz. That's like Gaz Tack that set that up, and Tack's the one that sets things up. And so he would have made that all professional because he's a marketer. So why am I thinking of ways to contact them about bugging them about getting their t-shirts because they're the best t-shirt company? That tickles me every time because I know how hard they work at making amazing videos. And so the idea of them being known for a t-shirt company is just hilarious to me. And seeing Tag's response every time we are not a t-shirt company just gets me every time. But it's genius because it inadvertently advertises their merch, which is like it's actually pretty good. Like my daughter is always stealing my Play on tabletop hoodie because it's like super comfy. So it's actually good merch, right? Even though there's no context, she doesn't care about what YouTube channel that is. Uh, it's just funny. It's good. That's uh that's the kind of marketing I'm okay engaging in is when we're teasing people. Yes, that's a quotable one right there. What type of blood do you battle in to inhabit aging? Or no, hold on. What type of blood do you bathe in to inhibit aging? That was a very different sentence the first time I read it. I, I would. It, there was a bit of a lag in the internet wireless stuff, so probably didn't hear what I said because I gave away the answer. But if you didn't hear it, you weren't meant to hear it. So, anti-aging, why are you saying this? I don't know what I would be talking about if I had any opinion about that. It's only chaos all day long. And that's okay, Dave. I know you can do it. Corn doesn't care from where the blood flows, after all, but this is factual truth. You are correct. Yeah, Miss Banter Barrows, also Anthony Hernandez. Um, you know what? I got to be honest, guys. Uh, I've been making battle reports for many, many years, and like many years, too many years, and I've been really resonating with the storytelling aspect of content creation lately, as opposed to the playing more games of Warhammer aspect and making videos of it. So the MiniWarGaming team, they do a fantastic job making battle reports and playing games. Um, I am more interested at this point in the terms of content creation, uh, in the story behind the story. I want to meet people. I want to share their stories and learn and discover things in the community. That the community's vast. For many years, I was just so tunnel vision and battle reports, and that's all that existed, right? I knew of very few other channels that existed out there, and we first started as a more holistic channel where there was terrain tutorials and hobby tutorials and painting tutorials and battle reports and uh, skits, and it was kind of everything, and then it evolved into battle reports and narrative battle reports, and then very little else other than battle reports. And so, which is fine, and like that's where it evolved into. That is not a good nor a bad thing. That is just a thing. That's where it is. But I think that, as with all things that are alive, they require balance. So now is the time for that balance to be set back to where it needs to be. And that requires different types of content being created in tandem with the battle reports that are being created, because that's a thing that will always be, is the battle reports. Um, and there's certain games that I will play, and certain videos that I will make, but uh, as much as I think that time's an illusion, there is the illusion of the amount of time that we have. Therefore, I'm going to use that limited time that I have to put towards things that I feel will be more evergreen. And I'm going to apply my meaning, my I guess my perception of meaning to whatever it is that the project that we're working on. Uh, so for instance, the film that Goobertown and I and Cinecore Media uh, are making the grim dark future one page rules monument hobbies supported film project that we filmed in Philadelphia, that's currently in post production because it's a mammoth project. Uh, that type of stuff is the kind of like where the chaos is flowing for me. And that's where I feel like this is the next area that we're going to be exploring for the next foreseeable future. Uh, there's a video that I'll be releasing very shortly for Father's Day, and it's another film. It's a short film that I worked on with Jared Holster, who's a good friend of mine. We became good friends, and he's also a creator in the community. He has Captainated Miniatures as his YouTube channel. He's photographer, filmmaker, although he doesn't call himself a filmmaker. He speaks the language of humility like none other than he doesn't ever take credit for the awesomeness he makes. So this is one of those cases where it's like it's almost like one of those like chaos comment bomb version of like we just people just need to drop the things on how just look at his videos, right? Like that the proofs in the that there's reasons why creators have specific kinds of followers because they appreciate a specific kind of storytelling that they kind of just tune into. Yeah. Um, and, very selfishly, I'm going to engage in a more meaningful way with a person like that because it's just flow and creativity and excuses to make fun things together. Um, anyway, okay. Brings back the good feelings, banter bat reps. Well, there's going to be more in it. There's a lot of stuff we're working on behind the scenes. Man, there's so much stuff. Uh, I got 5 armies and I'm building orcs now. Tabletop Chuck. That's cool. I love building armies. And anytime anyone says anything regarding that is instant happiness. Demon Days 18. I mean, you got, oh, come on. Okay, you got to get revenge against Matt's bugs with your Blood Angels for ball. Um, yeah, I think there will be some sort of gaming there. Just looking at the time. Man, you guys somehow got this. I missed the Shrine of Chaos. It was fun, fun, right? Yeah, we do more. We do more of this. Legit feel like I'm hanging out with you guys right now. So like it's fun. I miss that. Uh, hey Dave, hope you're doing well. Been following MWG since high school. Square peg, amazing. That's cool. Alan, I mean, it's still kind of chaos with the Blood Angels. I mean, it counts and yet it doesn't count. I mean, are Blood Angels not chaos? They kind of are. Yeah, honestly, in my mind, they kind of are. I am making my own model called the Lost Souls for my Frost Marines. Cool, the Lost Souls. That sounds awesome. Tell me more about that. What is this greater good heresy? That is not a question you want to be asked. That don't be. There's so many better questions. Don't ask that. Thanks for always being such a positive part of the community. I remember the Blood Angels late night build vlogs, such a special time. Happy wargaming because they're dude minis. What? That was so many years ago. You remember that? Why are you still watching these videos? That's my way of saying thank you. That's insane. You've been watching that one. Hi, dude. Hi, dude minis. Thank you for that. Seriously, let's just take a moment here and just acknowledge the fact that that's a long time ago and you were watching the videos then. Thank you for that. This is I want to show you this dude minis, okay? This is a mini that I'm painting, working on it right now, kind of experimenting with the color scheme. I did that just for you because you said what you said. I just wanted to show you something I was working on. Oh, here's another one. Uh, this is the thing I was gonna show you guys tomorrow in the morning. It's a it's a new project we're doing with War Games Atlantic, which is kind of insane how that came about. It's like the chaos just flows. Like I kid you not, like it's just constantly on. It's like a faucet, and it just collects. Um, yeah, so that's a thing. We're doing a project together with War Games Atlantic, and it has to do with the damned, with the miniatures, with the chaos cultists, uh, inspired dudes who are cultisty and infused with chaos. Here, I'll just show you one of them. This is what this is. This is one of them. Okay, Alex from 52 Miniatures painted this up. He was over at the house this evening. It was excellent. I was very glad that he joined us. My son Ryan painted this up. Now this one is a kit bash. So this was a whole bunch of pieces. He painted them up Super Mario colors because that's what you do when you're 9. This is how you war game when you're 9. This is the perfectly appropriate way to war game when you're 9. It was awesome. He assembled his first before anyone else. He got it done. He was just here, right here with us the whole time. Um, yeah. So thanks for yeah, dude, minis. Thank you for that. You sparked this thing. Oh, by the way, for those who are curious, I haven't read down the comments more. So this is something that in the morning tomorrow I'll be launching uh, with War Games Atlantic. It's a project that we're working on, and they're minis on sprue, man. Like it's pretty cool. And it's something different than Ravage Star. That's a completely different project, different company, different project, different factory, different everything. So not even related at all. This is project adjacent, happening in tandem at the same time. It's a different project. Um, they're on sprue, and they're manufactured in the States, in Florida. So like speed, speed is on our side. This is good. Yeah, that's tomorrow. I haven't really told anyone this. It's kind of this secret I've been holding on to. Um, yeah, because I wanted to get the minis first and like paint them up, and that's what I did. Here, check this out. I'm gonna flip this camera around so you can see what's on the hobby table. And here's some more of them. Once again, this is Veil Touched. Um, yeah, so this is War Games Atlantic. Okay, and these are not how they come in the box, by the way. These are bits that are glued together. My son saw the bits box of these are 3D prints. These aren't the ones. These aren't the ones that are going to be on sprue from the factory. These are 3D prints. Hence the reason for the box of bits. And so he just went in there and, like a madman who's 9 years old, uh, glued a whole bunch of these bits together. And I came, you know, I, I came home after work and I saw him and all this. He just did it, and I'm like, he just did put a bunch of these together. That's so awesome that he did that. I have no idea what the bits belong to. What they're all confused now. But that's actually perfectly appropriate. Like, isn't that the best case scenario? To think about it, right? Just imagine you come home and organically your offspring, they're like snooping around in your bits boxes, and they're gluing stuff together. And yes, I think somehow they found the potion that enabled them to just enjoy this naturally, organically. And okay, cool. Thank you, War Games Atlantic, for being the excuse this time for me to spend time with my kids doing this. Like that's priceless. Thank you guys. Um, so that's what this is. This is just like a whole bunch of stuff that Ryan put together. My son Ryan, who's 9, is like crazy for this stuff. Oh, look at this! He painted this like Super Mario one. Like that. That's what that's what a 9-year-old thinks of when when they do this, right? Like that's how they hobby. That's such a cool thing. And this is like this is one that does he this is Ryan's he glued that down a little bit lower than it should be. But I think there's some perfection in the imperfection. So anyway, yeah, this is tomorrow. Okay, so watch out for this tomorrow. I'll be posting a video tomorrow. Alex from 52 Miniatures helped me make the video to kind of show off what these guys are, and that'll be in the morning. So just in a few hours, I'll be posting that video. Super excited to show these to you. Like they're fun. Like brought them home. Like I kid you not, brought them home. Got the box. Like where is it? It's over there on the floor. Oh, by the way, here's the Zen zone. Here's the table. Here's the dining room table. This is the dining room, and it's just all out. This is the chaos flows everywhere. Uh, yeah, it's kind of a perpetual state of Zen here, which I'm okay with. Yep, uh, I like that. Here's another one. This is the one that Alex painted. Alex from 52 Miniatures. He painted this one, and yeah, this is the one I worked on. Um, kind of working. I'm using contrast paints for things. I missed a little spot up there. I'm enjoying painting. I don't paint for any particular goal or reason. I just paint. I just put paint on the mini. There's no purpose. I just do. I just flow with it. And it's been incredibly enjoyable. Completely suspended any sort of expectation for painting the mini. And I'm just completely free flowing with it. This is a Veil Touched Executioner. I haven't painted minis in years, guys. It's like I brought this box home. I put it on the dining room table. This is a sample from the factory. And the kids saw it. They're like, Dad, can we paint it? And it happened organically. Like it wasn't planned. It wasn't like I hope they get into it. I hope it wasn't even a thought. You would think that it would be a thought. I'm making this game. I want to play with them. No, it wasn't a thing that was happening. Not in the same way. Not at that time. We played other games together on occasion, but miniature wargaming proper, painting minis proper, wasn't a common thing. We had engaged in it in the past various times, but not like this. Like, this is the dining room table. It's everywhere. Everywhere now. Like, this is insane. It's crazy. And we love it. It is the Zen zone. This is sacred place, right in the heart of the home, the Zen zone. Okay, reading more comments. This is fun, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate this. We don't eat fish in the Shrek. Workout for Warhammer. Yes. Move. We obey the law of movement. We move. Squirrel. Yes, indeed, squirrel it is. It's a great time to be a corn player. Brand new world eaters and the blades of corn battle tome. Amazing. Elias, this is factual truth that you speak. Thank you very much for speaking your mind. Well, that sidetracked you. Carl Boyd, whatever it was that I was talking about, I'm pretty sure I was sidetracked by it. Yes, now we're talking about the past. You got this, my guy. Alex McCarthy, you got you too. Thank you, Alex. You got me into Warhammer, man, all those years ago. Elias, that means a lot to me. Thank you for saying that. This is why we love Dave. Alan Cotton, stop saying words like that. You're going to throw me back up there to that. This is why he is one of the most. You can't say stuff like that. That you're going to checkmate me again. Okay, it's an emotional checkmate every time that happens. Uh, okay, so he's crying because he's scared of the Tau Empire, obviously for the greater good, says Shoe Patty. Yes, finally, finally. Yes, that's what I want to hear. That's what put the smile on the face. Yes, that's what I want. Tabletop decks. Yeah, man, MiniWarGaming video has really gone a long way to helping learn and enjoy the game since I started in 7th. Cool, man. Thanks for engaging for this long. Like, that's insane. Thank you for that. Alex, Dave, a bit random, but I once sent you email read out to your wife, and as I said back then, you helped so many people. Just remember, you make loads of people happy, my guy, Alex McCarthy. That's not the purpose. That's not why I. Mm. Okay, so I gotta admit, guys, I practice this thing. It's called selfish altruism. Or at least that's what I've been told it's called. I don't know anything. Okay, I am a moron who knows nothing. But I've been told it's this. And I basically just do everything for myself. Complete selfishness. It's everything's for me. It's me all the time, everywhere. It's all for me. It's me first in every situation. Me, all the time. Me. However, there's also the caveat that whatever that is, that me, there's a tethering to it also benefits someone else. So if that's the case, then huh, that is a me moment that there is zero guilt associated with. That selfishness is permitted because it is justified by the other. Huh. So once that kind of clicked as a concept in my brain, I thought, well, let's experiment with that. What does that even mean? What are we talking about here? Uh, all right, so what's one? What's a playing game? Okay, I like playing games. I like playing games. Uh, uh, I'm gonna find someone else who likes playing games. Okay, cool. Um, I am selfishly enjoying playing a game and doing this and engaging by playing a game. My opponent also likes playing games and enjoys playing games. Both benefits. Huh. All right. I'm gonna create more situations like that as much as I can because that's like almost like a cheat code to enjoyment land. So, uh, yeah, that's kind of what's been happening, people. That's been happening with the collaborations all around town. And it's been amazing because the wargaming community is actually absolutely amazing, filled with humans that are pretty awesome to be around. So, that's a bias. I'm very biased when I feel that way and say that and think these things. That it's true. I feel like it's true. That's all I can say. I can't say that for anyone else. That's just my opinion. Just pure fun. Places like Adepticon really bring that out, like big time. And I'm going to the UK Games Expo, and that's going to be fun. I've never been there before. I've never engaged that way before, and being an extrovert, it's constant plugged into all of the chaos all the time. And so I'm going to enjoy that very much. Um, and I'm going to be there just to meet people, meet you if you're there. I would love to just meet you. I will be there. There is a booth, uh, Wayland Games. Wayland Games is sharing a part of their booth for us. We are going to be there showing off these, showing off the damned. So we're going to be showing these off um, there, or at least that's what I've been told. Okay, so that's an idea that's been floating around. So unless that's changed since then, that's what I'm going to do when I'm there. Um, Here's another one. Okay, so you'll be seeing the minis in person, and you can be looking at them and just meeting. Let's just meet. Let's talk about corn and the skulls that we collect on the battlefield. I'm coming to the UK. It's awesome. I love going to the. I think that'll be. I think this will be trip number 3, folks. No, 3 or 4, whatever it is. It's close to half a corn. Okay, because I count in eights. It's half a corn. It's getting close. That's how many trips it's been. As many excuses as possible to come over. I love coming over to the UK. Every time I do, it's new experiences. UK Games Expo. That's the new experience. Um, but yeah, anyway, the point in me mentioning that is because Adepticon was a thing, uh, and that was one of the highlights of my life. Going to Adepticon this past year, it was incredible. I gotta say, it just was. It was incredibly meaningful to me. So Depticon was awesome. It was amazing. Meeting people, talking to people, seeing people, hearing their stories, the energy, the just seeing the different ways that people engage in the hobby. It's mind blowing. Like there's so many different small ways that people engage in the hobby. I heard footsteps upstairs. I think that might mean that things need to be quiet. Hey, Mav. Okay, so Maverick's Paint is in the house, or at least he was once upon a time. In the chat, I'm probably way behind in the chat, reading the chat, but for those who don't know Maverick's Paint, wow! Yeah, check out Maverick's Paint. Uh, I, Everything I say with bias. Of course I do. That's just a free flow of perception. I'm biased towards Maverick's Paint. I like his stuff. Uh, his conversion work, his hobby skill, his interpretation, his storytelling, everything. Yeah, check out his channel if you like that kind of content. If you're hobby, uh, if you're new to the channel, whatever it is, new to, yeah, Mav's a good dude. He's currently working on a mini that I gave him to paint, and I'm excited to see it, Mav. I'm just mentioning that if you happen to continue to be watching this right now. Should I mention what the mini is? Only if people want to know. I don't know if that's necessarily a detail that is important to the story we're telling right now. It could be later on if someone mentions it again. Hey, Dog Squad. Alan Cotton. Bro, Wargaming saved you, and you made Wargaming amazing. No matter what you do, it's always the best. Thank you, Alan, for saying that. Maverick Spain. All right. Who told Dave Chaos Space Marines are getting nerfed? Thank you. Ghost. I am making my own model called the Lost Souls for my Frost Marines. So cool. I love names of stuff. Alicon, Maverick's Paid. They better not be there finally in a great place. Elias, wholesome hammer. That's what it's become. Oh, it's become the wholesome hammer. That sounds so weird. Sigmar Painter. Hey, Maverick's Paid. Uh, Kalumos. Good morning from Austria. Good morning from Canada. It's wonderful to talk to you. Hello, Mavericks. Thank you for doing what you do. I've been a fan since high school. Death Mask. Thank you, Death Mask. Um, Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I am making my own model called the Lost Souls from my Frost Brains. That is such a cool name. I love that. Love that. I mean, okay, so this is Demon Ace. I mean, if you want Chaos Pop in during the live stream with Steve on his channel, it takes 30 minutes to an hour to start round one. I think I know what you're saying there without you saying anything. Demon Ace did play on Tabletop, make that t-shirt. They did not. This was a local t-shirt company called Press Time, I think. Uh, we're going to credit them, even if they didn't make it, because I don't remember. It's probably them. If not, apologies if I got it somewhere else. Uh, Death Guard moving 4 inches, but their contagion roll looks better this time. So excited to see how they play. A lot of excitement. There's a maelstrom of excitement as it surrounds the additions of tenths, and there will be skulls collected. That's all I'm gonna say because I absolutely I'm going to engage. That looks like a checkmate. Okay, that's what's happened every time in the past. History dictates skulls are collected. That's just the thing. Uh, I'm making my own model called the Lost Souls for the. Oh, okay. Slanesh rocks. Okay. Factual truth. Because you enjoy playing Tau with them, why do you say things like this? Why? That tabletop jester. You are such a wonderful person. The raw emotion you express is so inspiring. Thank you for being you. Tabletop jester. Thank you for being you. Um, yeah, I don't try to hide my emotions anymore. It's uh, it's a certain amount of energy I don't care to spend. The emotions just flow. That's it. It's free flow all the time. Thank you for your comment. Tyler Mitchell, would you like to invite to the Play on Teams Discord server? I mean, if you send invites, I can't control what you sent, right? So it's whatever happens, happens. Clayton Tate, hey, it's that Dave guy. Where is he from again? Clayton Tate. Hi, Clayton. I see you. Clayton, Tate. I see you. It's been a while, brother. I miss you. Clay, remember those late nights when we worked on the Trolls book? So, for those of you who don't know, Clayton Tate uh, and I, once upon a time, that had to have been around a decade ago. Come on, 10 years, maybe more. We worked on a children's book together. It's called Trolls. Clayton illustrated it. Um, and I wrote this simple little story. And really, the goal was to just read this fun story to my daughter, who was in kindergarten at the time, in like their class at school, like kind of like a show and tell thing. That was the goal. That's it. Uh, I was gonna make like this thing, like a Walmart, just like kind of take pictures of stuff and then make it into a book at Walmart. That was the idea, right? I thought, well, what if I did something better to actually make a book that we could kind of like keep, to kind of remember? And then I thought, like, well, if I'm gonna do that, maybe there's an artist somewhere that would be good to illustrate that. And so I went on DeviantArt, and that's when I found Clayton Tate, and I found his orcs that he illustrated, and they looked awesome. Like they were so metal. It was like that quintessential 80s metal vibe. Uh, awesome illustrations, like kind of He-Man, G.I. Joe vibe to his artwork style. And I'm like, yes, that's what I want. And so, he drew creatures. Like he's a fantastic creature artist. Um, I'm like, yeah, I want to make this book. What do you think? So totally on board. He drew the illustration. It was great, you know. Yeah, that was like a story a decade ago that became a thing that is, I suppose, still a thing. I still get messages to this day. Clayton, people still really reading trolls. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, messages. Hey, guess what I read to my kid for bedtime story? I'm like, are you kidding me? That's still happening. It's a decade later. What are you talking about? That's insane. So thank you, Clayton, for allowing me to be a part of that project all those years ago. Cool. Automatic cool. Checkmate again. Hey, Dave, do you want to do this? Yes. Okay. Free flow chaos every time. Done. Hi, Dave. I'm making my own model. I keep on reading that comment. Why do you keep on saying that? Uh, the Imperium is jamming your signal, Dave. His mic is being blah. Oh, sorry about that. And then you make a bunker. Um, well, that is to say I made it is factually incorrect. It took over 100 people 2 years to make a bunker that is there. Indisputably, that is Josh's ship, right? Matt and I, we are the lucky dudes who has a Josh that runs that mechanism. Any sort of guests that come, they communicate with Josh. He's the guest coordinator. The battle reports that are done, the guests that stay and that participate in the battle reports, that's Josh. He does that. He coordinates with Michael, who's the video editor. He coordinates with Aaron, who posts the content. There's a picture of Josh as like a captain in his office because he's a captain with his. But it's true. That's how I see it anyway. Yeah, I kind of just go. I visit there sometimes when there's intermittent reasons to flow in and out the bunker, which is my second home as well. My first home is here, second home is there. Just like you, it is your second home too. It is the wargaming community's home. It was built by you, by us. If you've watched a single video and there was at all any ad revenue that contributed to the mechanism of MiniWarGaming, by default, according to the laws of the universe in which I live in, MiniWarGaming Bunker becomes your second home. It sounds like in a world of complete absurdity, that at least that makes sense to me. So, uh, yeah, making better reports since the times of all we had to connect back in the day through forums. Yes, this is true. That happened a while ago. Interesting that you remembered that for so long ago. FWG narrative videos are why I enjoy the channel and work. Yes, that is a thing. I'm told that's a thing as to why the mini wargaming channel specifically is known. I missed the Deny the Witch clip. Beatboxing too. Wow, that's the old stuff, man. The battle reports were how I learned to play the game at all. Y'all in channels like y'all taught me how to play the game and got me a job at the same time at the game store. Cool. That's cool, Bard. Banter battle with Dave versus Scary might be funny. Anything with Scary would be funny, let's face it. Scary's amazing. The Sigmar Invader. Can't wait to see it. Ah, sounds legit good. Are we waiting to see more Iron Warriors? Are we going to be. You would probably see that with Steve. Steve is the Iron Wars player. The bat raps are great, but you gotta go with what drives you. And Dave is an artist and wants to make the good stuff, says Alan Cotton. You hit it right there on the head, Alan. You you strike a chord when you say things like that. That rings true to me. As long as Steve is playing Chaos still, we all see the armor. Dave, I hope we get to see your Blood Angels more often on the channel. Carl Boyd, 18 months. It's been great, Dave, but I have to go back to work to keep up being awesome, chaotic work we all enjoy. Thank you very much, Carl Boyd, for that. And for that 18 months. That is awesome. Thank you for that support. That support and anything like this. Members of the channel, vault members, super chats, and live streams like this, it all goes towards the mechanism of MiniWarGaming. And MiniWarGaming is us here at the studio making content, but ultimately it's us as a community because the community drives the content. The community drives it all. It is the mechanism. It is the feedback cycle, the feedback loop. And it is all greatly appreciated. I get out of this that I hope you get out of this, which is engagement, which is a place to go and a place to belong. You guys have given me a place. Wow, that hits so hard when that hits. Wow, every time. It's every time. It's that emotional checkmate every time. You know, it's funny because I didn't start as a war gamer. It wasn't until later that I discovered wargaming, and that was 15 years ago when Matt introduced me to Lord of the Rings. That's the first time I knew of wargaming, that I discovered it. I didn't grow up with it as a kid. So when I hear stories of people growing up with it, it's a part of them. It's a part of their childhood. It's their it's their memories with their family, with their friends, with how they got through struggles, with how all of that. It just became a lifestyle. I didn't get that right away. I didn't get that when I first started YouTube with Matt 15 years ago. I couldn't have got it. This is something that requires time to get. I didn't understand in the same way. Uh, and so the thing that started as an idea, that started as a business idea, to start a channel and make content for it, make tutorials for it, and it evolved into uh, the business evolved into a job, and the job evolved into a mechanism, and a mechanism evolved into a community, and that community evolved into life. And now it is the thing that sustains life. It is the reason, it is the purpose. Everything is intermingled with the community because that's exactly how I want it to be. And very selfishly, I do what I want to do. I want to be at home, and home is the community. Okay, I'm selfish in the game of being selfish as it relates to the wargaming community. Okay, checkmate. Every time you got me. I will choose to be here because this is my home, and this is it's exactly where I am, and it's exactly where I want to be. And that, in a general sense, being where I want to be, being exactly where I want to be, that wasn't always so. That wasn't always the case. But now that's the case. I'm exactly where I want to be. And that is here in the wargaming community with you. So we are where we want to be. We're choosing to spend that time, that precious time, together, engaging in all the different ways we engage online, in person, in our clubs, in our houses, with our families, with our friends. It is phenomenal. It is so good. I'm not going to get to all the comments. There's a good amount there. There's people leaving super chats, and it's incredible. The the language of altruism is a strong language. Thank you for that. Who left this? What's going on here? Quark Astronomical Cinematics. We love you for what you did to build this community, Dave. Every time the check rate. Every time. Okay. That is a skull I will collect. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's keep growing it stronger together. Yes. This community, which is ours. Miniature game montage. My son is 9. It's the best. We play games, and it's amazing to see things click. Yes. Yes, it is amazing. The best thing ever to see things click like that. It's the best thing ever. Wow. Uh, See, now they're raw. Now the emotions are raw, and now it's like expressing adjacently. So it's like because I'm already up here and I'm completely slayed already. I think of my son painting minis, and then I lost it. Like, oh, I'm so happy painting minis. So I'm gonna feel it super easily right now. So it's like, gotta be careful with the comments and read. Man, so potent. Chaos gifts everyone differently. Yes, I believe that is true. Kind of looks like crap, but yours looks great. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what? I should probably go to sleep. Yeah, it's 1:26 where I live. There's so many comments here, uh, and I'm not gonna get to them all. So I do thank you for. I'll go down to the last one. Lord Drakon 7367. Dave will always be the War Master. We love you. Thank you very much. Uh, there is a Zen quality to assembling and painting. You lose hours. Yes, I agree. Positivity is so weak, and the negative power of nature is so obvious. You know what? There's some. You're really, really tempting me to stay on for an extra 90 seconds to tell you something. Yes, and then I see the like button. It goes to 80, so therefore Cord wants it. All right, I'm taking that as a sign. Yeah, there's a lot of ideas for things we could do to engage. For example, uh, too much, too many ideas, too much. Okay, it's gonna have to wait. I will say this though: in the morning, there are these. Okay, these dudes that I was showing you, they're available in the morning to get. Okay, oh, to follow the campaign for showing what the campaign is. So anyway, uh, this is a good night. It's so hard to say good night. Why is it so hard? It's because really, I love this so much, really so much. Should I do this more? If you're watching this after the fact, if you're leaving a comment, in fact, if you're watching right now, if you feel this way on the after the fact video, could you let me know? It helps indicate where the chaos flows. If you say, yes, Dave, we want to do more just free flow, chaotic live streams like this that we don't know where they could go. They could go anywhere. Then, yeah, let me know. That's it. Thanks for the engagement, guys. This is wonderful. We are at home here, wherever we are. Happy wargaming. We'll see you soon.